All right, my name is Brandon Walker, and I am looking delightful in red today. Looking like a fucking snack. I'm hosting Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show, and I'm going right now to the exclusive section of the Barstool Sportsbook so that you can see what I see. We've got, right now on here, we got some odds boost. The Barstool Sportsbook provides this show every day. It is brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook app in the entire world. And it says, please show the app on your phone and talk about your favorite features of the book for 45 seconds. Well, that's what I'm going to do right now. We're in the exclusive section. Today, MLB boost. I've got each team to score 3+ runs. The Blue Jays, the Braves, the Yankees. 3 good-ass lineups. I need them to score 3 runs each. I can get that at +145. Julio Rodriguez, Trey Turner, JT Realmuto to combine for 6 total bases.
I like that.
+120.
I like that a lot. Might just happen between Julio and Trey Turner.
What's that?
That might just happen between Julio and Trey Turner.
And obviously, you can go on the Barstool Sportsbook app every day and find great bets like the Hit Parade.
We're going to have the Hit Parade price today, yeah. Austin Riley, Nico Horner, and
Paul Goldschmidt.
Those 3 get a hit.
Yep.
That's the Hit Parade. There's a litany of great, of incredible bets there. Just a plethora of incredible bets for you to sample. Got bets from guys like Big Cat, Smitty, Dave, Rico, the Hot Ice Boys. You can check it out. Barstool Sportsbook now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download, create an account today. Use code PICK to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Be sure to use code PICK to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Terms apply. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's a good ad read, Brandon.
This is not, thank you very much. Shout out to the Barstool Sportsbook for letting me do ad reads for them. This is not one of those shows where I'm going to struggle to have something to talk about because we are in the midst of an incredible NBA playoffs. And I don't know if y'all paid attention, but an incredible NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
The Leafs are alive, and the Rangers are.
Yeah, boys are in trouble, yeah.
Wild last
Boys are in trouble.
Leafs game.
Aaron Rodgers has a new home. The NFL draft is in 2 days. We have all of that to talk about. I want to start, though, with the NBA playoffs.
Whoa. You're burying the lead.
You're going to do this?
I'm not doing anything. You're leaving out the biggest story here at Barstool Sports HQ right now.
I didn't invite him in.
What's up? What's going on?
It's E.
That was perfect.
Just like to point out that I did not ask you to come in here.
Yes, but you did say I have an open chair whenever I come in the office. A direct quote. The last time you left, you said you have an open seat. Come see us anytime you're in the office. Direct Brandon Walker quote.
I think he's got me there.
So I'm going to exercise that option.
Welcome back to Ben Mintz. First time in the office in 3.5 months.
Yep. January 10th.
I wasn't keeping tabs. He actually just said that out there, so I heard him. How you doing?
Doing good.
First of all, condolences to you on the loss of your friend.
Yeah,
that
thank
was
you.
very, very tough for you. And now you're here to put on a face and make jokes, but that's not an easy thing to get through. So
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was really, really tough last week. He was one of my original sponsors in Shreveport, and just awesome dude. And so
now you're running
tough.
You're running a 10K tomorrow for the Yak?
I am. So I'm running on a track in East Harlem. I guess I'm running on the same track Dan ran his mile on. I have some concerns. I'm going to be flat out honest. I have run twice since the Crescent City Classic, so there's going to have to be a serious gut check effort.
Now you didn't make it. You ran the Crescent City Classic, and you did not make the time that day.
No, I missed it by 35 seconds. So I ran 60:35. However, this is a fast track. It's a 0.2-mile track with no one out there. I don't have to dodge 10,000 runners. I think that's going to play to my benefit. But 59 minutes ain't going to be no joke. I'm going to tell you that.
What did the production team do or say to actually have Rico Bosco move? He has never moved out of that chair.
That was on me, you know.
Yeah, I like my chair, but
it's for the shot.
Yeah, help out the producers.
No, I understand that, but it's always been for the shot to help out the producers, and he has never moved.
I'm just wondering if we're just going to allow Ben Mintz to struggle with his microphone stand the entire show.
Probably so.
Well,
Okay, we're doing better.
Phone stands are hard.
I sit there during the Yak, and it's been broken for a couple weeks now, and they just don't give a fuck. It's broken at the bottom.
Well, you're not Ben Mintz. You're not King of the South.
So, well, I hope Ben Mintz being here and talking on it makes somebody fix it. It's broken at the bottom. The stand is broken, and then this is broken up here, and nobody cares.
You know what this is good for? In your house, it needs to recline. But having a nice little snack table like I would take, they should make more recliners with snack tables.
You know, TV trays are a lost art.
They are.
They really are. TV
Like
trays was
and this is perfect because look, you move it, you still have your thing.
Because I'd argue we eat at the table less than we've ever eaten at the table in this country. There's probably less eating at the table than there ever has been before. Yet the TV tray, you're right, it's gone, and I don't remember when it left. I used to, when I was a kid, we had 2 or 3 that were just like, put them right here.
You sometimes had food on them.
Listen, eat less at the table. That's a testament to the country. I know we were eating there more 4 years ago. That's all I got to say.
That bit is going to be incredible. I can already
Coming
tell.
back.
I can already tell that one's got some juice to it.
Circling around.
I'm tired of this company, and I'm tired of all the people out there pretending LeBron James isn't fucking incredible.
Yeah, it hurts.
There are still people out there that take every chance to knock him at every turn and do this and that. This man is 38 years old and dropped another huge shot last night. He has more playoff buzzer beaters than anybody in the history of the game. Can we just at some point stop and recognize what we're seeing?
That wasn't even the best thing he did last night.
No, it wasn't.
20 boards.
What?
You can respect
22 points, 20 boards.
Yeah, but do you get how you can respect? Like, I respect them.
No, I don't. I don't, Rico, because
You don't have to like.
Michael Jordan is worshipped and was worshipped by 90% of this country and is objectively a much worse person than LeBron James. And we act like LeBron James is terrible because he's a little bit goofy.
I didn't like Jordan when he was beating the Knicks. I don't think the Pistons people didn't like Jordan when they were beating him.
People absolutely revere Jordan. Nobody would ever dare say a bad thing about Jordan.
They
That's the
wouldn't say
reality.
things about
They
Jordan like they say
feared
things
him.
about LeBron now.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Because they feared him. No one feared. They don't like fear LeBron in the same.
That's that. I
Same
think that's
life.
I think what you just said is a fake line.
No, it's. I mean, it's.
No, I don't.
Totally real. I'm listening, but fear has nothing to do even with, like, say, or a little bit, I guess, but with like basketball, purely basketball. There, like, Jordan just had this like rip your throat out, like just this kind of persona, and LeBron just doesn't have that. Even though like the stats would back up the.
LeBron is objectively more clutch than anybody that's ever played a playoff game.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying before you interrupted.
You can't bring it up against the Jordan arguers because they'll just say 6-0.
I think 2 points. LeBron's longevity's got to be considered. And Brandon just mentioned it. I mean, Jordan, yeah, he had the incredible run where he won the 6 titles in 8 years or whatever. But LeBron's been doing this since, like, what, he come in the league in 2003?
This is year 20.
20. And there's still the same. I think
He's still, all right, at 38 years old, Michael Jordan was wasting away on the Wizards, putting up shots for a bad team, just playing out the string, right? LeBron James is still a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
no doubt.
With easily, and maybe a top 5 player, and on certain nights he's the best player. If he gets, him getting another title this year, which is a long way away. It's a long way away. I mean, but it would be an absolute game changer. And if he were to get a 5th title, I think now you can really start having, okay, let's put these guys against each other and figure it out.
I think the other point.
They'll never do it. Even if he deserves it, they won't. They just won't. They won't give him the credit he deserves.
Yeah, but are you where do you sit on that? 'Cause I hate doing the LeBron Jordan thing, but
I
in
sit-
all truthfulness, who's the most talented player to ever play the game?
LeBron James is the most valuable player in the history of sports.
LeBron James.
Fair enough. As long as everyone understands that.
No, look at it like every team he leaves, they're a disaster when he leaves.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jordan went to play baseball. They were in like the Eastern Conference, like second round.
Right. They won
Without
55 games.
Like they're good without him. And when LeBron leaves the Cavs, they were the #1 pick immediately. The Heat got back on their feet, but they were shitty before they got back on their feet.
A little bit might be a testament to what he left around him as well, like what was left.
But look at the teams he carried. Like
Yeah.
Jordan couldn't do anything without
2007
All-Stars.
NBA Finals, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, I don't know if they get that team to the playoffs.
No chance.
It's,
No chance.
It's just, I believe Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
07
As of
was
right
his
now.
first one, right?
Yeah, as of right now, I think Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. I think LeBron James is the best basketball player.
And also,
exactly where I stand.
LeBron,
Exactly.
compared to Jordan, gets a lot of hate because Jordan was just with one team for the most part.
Yeah.
LeBron started or was second behind the big Celtics 3 to start the super team.
But it's not his
Lot of
fault.
hate.
He got drafted by a shitty organization. in a shitty city.
I'm not saying it's his fault or not. I'm saying people will use that to attack him. Sometimes
They use everything to attack him. Why don't we just sit back and see? This is the all-time leading scorer, and even when he is compared to somebody like Kobe, everybody says, "Well, Kobe had a killer instinct, and Kobe was a better pure scorer." Okay, well, if that's the case, why does LeBron James score more points than Kobe ever did? Why did Kobe average less points than LeBron? Why did Kobe have lower shooting percentages? Because LeBron was just better.
LeBron, honestly, it's hard to say now because obviously RP Kobe. In my opinion, he's not even close. To LeBron.
Not even close. Yeah.
Not even close.
And I think the people that say Michael, they will not admit that it's a lot closer than they're going to pretend that it is.
It's real close.
It'll always be that.
Very close.
He could go on. I mean, I think he could match the 6 titles, and people will still be like, "Oh, but he lost 5 or 6 or whatever he lost."
And that's ignoring the fact that he got 5 other teams to the final.
Yeah, that means
No, I've said that. I've said that for
You gotta get to
years.
11.
That for some reason LeBron gets knocked for bringing teams to the finals, and Jordan gets a pass for getting knocked out before the finals.
Yeah.
Like, why does he get credit for losing earlier? That should be worse.
Anyway, LeBron.
Well, once Jordan started to get there, he got there 6 years straight.
He did.
Well, he did for sure. Well, yes, correct. 3. Yeah, 3
That series.
He did, but I listen, I'm a kid of the 90s. It was when I grew up. The teams Jordan played in the finals and the teams LeBron played in the finals are 2 different animals.
Yeah, and Jordan would not have even come close to reaching those finals, let alone winning them, if he didn't have Pippen.
Yeah. Anyway, LeBron was just that game last night was awesome. These Western Conference playoffs are something serious, man. The Kings and the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Grizzlies. An awesome game. LeBron hits the shot with 0.8 seconds to tie it, then hits the dagger in overtime. They win that game. But listen, the Lakers are not a title threat because of LeBron James, or they're not all of a sudden a title threat because of LeBron James. They're a title threat because now D'Angelo Russell is given good minutes. Austin Reeves gives good minutes. Like, they're good throughout, and they're getting help throughout the team.
Obviously,
What?
AD's a tough matchup. Obviously,
Every time I see AD play, I'm just hoping he makes it to the next game. Like, I'm just scared to death as a Lakers backer that he's gonna go out for the playoffs at any moment now.
yeah. I thought Memphis. Like, I talked myself into Memphis winning this series. I thought Memphis was being slept on. Listen, well, I guess we'll start there. What percentage you put Memphis at to resurrect the series? 0.
I think I'm at 0 right now.
Okay, that's probably fair.
John Morant stuff, all the weird stuff going on around him, I think before the playoffs affected him.
I think last night was it. You had to win that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you got them on the ropes at their place, you got a 7-point lead with 5 minutes left, and you immediately give it up.
100%. But I've now talked myself into must-watch television with the Lakers Warriors.
Yeah, I was
Hopefully.
just thinking about that.
Or the
Still a lot of like.
Oh, we're getting that.
Yeah.
Without De'Aaron Fox, that series.
I think he's going to play though, isn't he? He's going to try to play.
Probably try to play.
He's out.
He's doubtful.
I thought it was out. He broke his finger on a shooting hand. I thought he was like out.
He might be wearing a protective as of last night.
But he's
I
not.
didn't know that
He's
was-
not going to be 100%.
I thought
You need 100%.
No, then I'll wind that back. I thought he was like clearly 100% out.
I think he's unless
If he's
this
gonna
happens
play, that could
between
change
last night,
things,
I
but-
think he's doubtful.
Okay, no, that might change things then. So I'll walk that back some.
But yeah, if you look at the second round across the league,
Gonna be a Keegan Murray.
every single series, Nuggets Suns is 1-4, and the Suns, have Durant, and they're still trying to find their rhythm. They got it, but we'll see them put it together. Then you have maybe the Lakers and the Warriors, which will be a knockdown drag out. Then you have the Celtics and the Sixers, which will be a war. And then maybe we're leaning towards Heat Knicks, an old 90s throwback.
That'll be awesome.
That's
The Garden.
I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Oh boy.
But as a Knicks fan, are we sure that the Heat are a better matchup than the Bucks?
You
The way
definitely
the
want the
fucking
Heat.
Heat are playing?
You definitely want the Heat.
I know you want the Heat, but it's no cakewalk the way they're
we don't
playing.
match up.
It isn't because it's the playoffs.
We don't match up with the Bucks well.
Where are the Bucks live this series now?
I think I think the Heat are minus 140, and the Bucks are only plus 110.
I saw
Really?
I saw somebody tweet they're plus
right
like
now.
120 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's like that's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy for a reason.
Gotta win
I
3.
know.
Giannis is
Fair.
healthy.
Ain't over, yeah.
Fair, but
3 in a row?
Yeah, but I mean, they're good.
they just collapsed. Were you guys watching?
Yeah.
I mean, they just collapsed.
All right.
I mean, they had that game in control the whole time.
Now it brings it to Jimmy Butler.
Hold on. Dylan Brooks cannot not get brought up. What a
Durant was great, though.
scumbag cocksucker. not only just for him to do all this shit talking, I'm the bad guy. I'm going to be Draymond Green or Rodman or whoever whatever guy you want to coin him as like the role in this team. For him to take that on and then just totally just roll over and get his belly pet. What a fucking loser. And for all of that, they're all that talk to the media multiple games, and then to lose the under and Grizzlies +5 in overtime, both great bets, should have been easy winners. This asshole has the audacity, not college, a pro basketball player to foul with 0.3 seconds
Down 4.
Down 4.
Yeah.
What the fuck is, like, I want to put hands on this guy. What a fucking asshole. He would beat the shit out of me, but
And
what a fucking asshole.
it was like in the corner.
0.3 seconds.
Yeah.
No, well, Kennard, like I got lucky. This is a Kennard. Finally, they got a few offensive rebounds. Kennard drills the corner 3 with 1.8. I'm thinking, all right, man, like this is the NBA. They don't foul with a second left. You're down 4. It's over. This fucking scumbag.
He fouled and then also
Dead to me
hit him both.
forever. Now I was like breaking Marty's balls. He wouldn't say shit to him. I would legit. Dylan Brooks walked in here. I'd say fuck you.
So
Right in dead into the windows of his soul. I would say fuck you.
So now on this show we have 2 guys that if Dylan Brooks walks in will absolutely eviscerate him verbally.
I was defending Dylan Brooks. Shame on me. I hope that guy's playing.
Be careful who you believe in, Big Al.
I hope that guy's playing in fucking China next year.
Okay.
Can we
I
show
thought you were
love?
going to say his
Can we-
plane, something about a plane.
Shanghai Sharks.
No. I'm not gonna wish.
Shanghai Sharks still have life.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll have
They
plenty of
actually
life.
You
had
want
a
him? You
little
want him
bit
playing
of,
in Romania?
Did you see the Shanghai Sharks scandal? Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
they
not.
might not have a team next year.
Okay.
Did they like fix games or
canceled
something?
him or something?
I just threw it out there because that was the only team I knew via Donnie.
I think didn't they get caught like fixing a championship game or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Jimmy Butler had 56 points on 19 of 28 shooting. 56 points on 28 shots is one of the more beautiful pieces of box score you can have.
It's a killer.
That is absolutely fantastic. One of the better performances ever. I think Charles Barkley last night said it might have been the best performance he's ever seen since he's been on TV.
Yes.
I think
that was the
okay.
quote.
Well,
I thought it was one of the best I can remember watching.
I
just
wrote
like,
that this morning. I will always have an affiliate, and I guess Che. So I didn't watch the clip till it hit the internet after. Che said in the same breath he brought up the game that to me was a no-brainer. LeBron, I think it was 48 or 47, scored 25 in
48.
a row. 48 scored 25 in a row. In 07, I remember I was in the fucking hospital.
It was
nothing
game
to
5
do.
against the Pistons.
Watched the game like locked in and that was his run to the finals, like unbelievable. I think watching Jimmy Butler last night, if you told me it was you put 10 people in a room and say one's gonna get gold, one gonna get silver, and it goes 6-4 on the votes, I don't really have that hard of a time like doing it. But
I want to add a second LeBron
Unbelievable
performance to
games.
that discussion.
I know. Game
6
Celtics.
against Boston.
They were
and
down 3-2.
They were down 3-2, and he had to go on the road, and he had just lost the finals the year before. I think this was 2012, right?
It was.
And his whole legacy's on the line, and this son of a bitch goes out in 3 quarters, drops 45 and 15 again in 3 quarters.
That's where the LeBron like pictures from that where he's like so like locked in that meme picture.
Yeah.
That game is where it's from.
Those are the 2. The Pistons was the first moment because LeBron was a huge hype guy, but the Pistons was like, oh shit, he's really about to take over the fucking league.
yeah, I mean, he 25 straight. He just it's every and like,
and that was a great defensive team, and he just took turns cooking
Yes.
Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace, all of them. He just took turns cooking them at the end of a game, end of a playoff game. But this was something special too. I mean, 56 on 28 shots.
It's amazing that Jimmy Butler has it in his bag.
And he'll
He's
just
so
he'll
underappreciated.
just bring it out every now and then, right? Like that's a good team. That team plays good team basketball. But every now and then, Jimmy Butler's like, all right, well, I'm kind of that dude.
He
too.
just gets in a fuck you mentality.
And he
Like,
did
what was it when he
honestly, he lives in a fuck you mentality.
Oh yeah, when he wanted to be traded from the Timberwolves?
Do you remember the stories from practice?
Yeah, the
Where they
practice
said,
stories.
give me our last 4 guys on the bench versus starters, and he was working them.
And he would not only work them,
He was literally saying you're all pussy like while he's beating
he
them.
would work them but not shoot. He would just be distributing, and they would be
I love
crushing
it.
them.
I love it. He just showed they're soft.
just make guys look better. That's crazy.
When you lay out NBA superstars, you lay out NBA stars, I feel like people never say his name. Or they don't
No.
say his name as much as it ought to be said.
Correct.
Right?
He's not putting up stat lines like this.
He
Well,
doesn't,
you wanna
put up
know
stat
this-
lines.
you
He
wanna know
doesn't
this-
belong to a team. I
Doesn't
guess
shoot
the
threes
Heat's
either.
probably his longest stay so
He
far.
started late,
Yeah.
ish. Like it took him half
I mean,
a
he was
decade
also.
to get.
I mean, he was a guy when he came in the league. He
with the
couldn't
Bulls.
shoot. He was like the 30th pick in the draft. He went to Marquette. He was not some like high prospect.
Anyway.
I mean, he had in the first quarter. The Heat scored 28 points. He had 22. That's fucking crazy.
Anybody? What was with the Heat 8 or 10 to 1 in the series? What were the odds before the series?
Oh, they were. It
Had to be at least
They
like
beat the Bucks in the
Especially-
bubble
but-
in 2020. Did they match
Especially
up
when they
pretty good
lost to
with
the Hawks.
But again, even right now, it's like an even. It's even. So
Oh, I'll be laying money on the Bucks. I think the Bucks are just too good.
I'm gonna wait until they lose the next one. Then I'm gonna put the money on the Bucks.
So then it will be like minus 180 at least, maybe
Or
200.
it'll be over.
Yeah, they're gonna come out humming game
It'll
5.
be over.
Okay.
Isn't it 3-1?
3-1, yeah.
I was making a joke that I was gonna wait till they lost, but
Oh yeah, gotcha. That old Mississippi charm.
Does that eat you up that Butler's not a Sixer?
It's tough because, I mean, people were throwing around clips in Philly Twitter last night when Jimmy came off the game a couple years ago saying, "You chose Tobias Harris over me? You chose Tobias Harris over me?" You know, it wasn't just the Tobias Harris decision. It was a Brett Brown decision. Jimmy didn't mesh well with him.
well, guess what? Beat the Celtics,
It's tough.
and maybe the Heat will see.
Yeah,
you.
well, now the Sixers now Embiid as a strained LCL.
he
or-
always has
What
a
did it
strain
really come
something.
down to? That why they didn't take? But was it Simmons?
Because they thought he was.
It was
next.
Simmons, Tobias, and Brett Brown. In which, looking back at it at the time, Tobias was still like kind of an unproven commodity. You still had to give him a max contract some way somehow. And Jimmy and Brett Brown were feuding behind the scenes. Jimmy was calling him out. So I mean, and plus that's when Ben Simmons was still good in the eyes of Philadelphia.
But that is pretty tough to make future franchise decisions that affect you for 10 years based on them not liking Brett fucking Brown.
Well, no, I mean. Brett Brown wasn't going to be the coach long term, but it also was a Ben Simmons thing. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid were the ones who in the franchise. You were choosing those two over Jimmy Butler as well, and
you
Tobias
probably
was
had to assume Ben Simmons would enjoy playing basketball or not playing.
Yeah,
the way
it was
he did.
not just a complete
Yeah.
tender labia.
At the time, they just thought Jimmy Butler was a dick. They didn't realize that everyone on their team was just kind of.
Oh, I don't think. No, Philly appreciated him big time.
No,
but
I'm
you
not saying
think he
the
was a
fans. I'm
dick.
saying the team. I think they didn't appreciate how just of like a dog he was.
I think the team
I think
thought that
I
they
think the team was
didn't
young and
need
they
him.
weren't ready for him yet.
exactly.
Like, I don't think they weren't ready for his just his mentality.
Kind
He
of.
just didn't click with them.
When you say Embiid has a sprained LCL, like that motherfucker lives his life with a sprained everything all the time.
Yeah, he did it.
I
He
don't.
did it and still grabbed 80 rebounds in Game 3. So
that
I mean,
doesn't-
Also,
that
he
doesn't
needs
scare
be
me.
okay.
he needs to do something to just stay on his feet more often.
Yeah, that video.
And I know it's a thing his whole
He's a
career.
flip-flopper, yeah.
I know it's a thing his whole career, but he just takes like hard falls. He's a huge guy.
Yeah.
Take all these hard falls.
Yeah.
It adds up.
Yeah, his shelf life is going to be coming quicker than a lot of people.
He's gonna be like a Shaq, where like when he's older, he's gonna be like his knees are gonna be all fucked up and shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of hard falls, did you guys see the Ja Morant at one point last night
yeah.
tried to like
Jump over LeBron.
Bro, it
That
was
was
like
wild.
he thought it was a WWE tag team event. He was like jumping off the ropes. He like slammed his ass into LeBron's head.
What was funny was that would have killed me. That would have destroyed me. Ja hit the ground as hard as I've seen anybody, and then just looked around and was wondering what the call was.
Yeah.
Like he was
It was
fine.
so obvious. That's the question I have. How many charges has LeBron taken in his life? Not called for offensive fouls. Straight up planned to take the charge, which he did there. Like
But
rarity.
Ja's body hit him like in the neck.
It was easy.
Yeah, hit him in the neck or the head. Like it was.
Look where he is.
This looks like Boom Shakalaka's coming
Sitting on
after
him.
it.
He's on his shoulder.
Rewind it. How long is he set up? Can't do that, right?
think
Yeah,
we
you
can
can't
play
do
that
that. But it was.
No, it's nuts. He is a fucking athlete, man.
I just want to say that the internet, we should be able to do whatever the fuck we want on the internet. Clips, that
Get
shit.
Rico.
Why are we
Rico on
restricting
the
our
grab.
privacy
Music.
privileges on the
Music,
internet?
too.
Music. Just want that out there.
Real quick before you take the hat off, I noticed we have a new entrant in the 2024 race. Joey B. He's running it back.
Yeah, hey, listen, as my mom said, like, you don't want to overstay your welcome, because next time you won't be welcome back. That's all I'm going to say.
Check out.
Kinda.
Sounds.
Okay.
It's enough.
When you had time to leave, like
Yeah.
you go to your friend's house, and you're like, can I stay 5 more minutes? Hey, you don't overstay your welcome. You won't be welcome back.
Sounds like the Rico rule. All right, NFL football. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. He is officially a Jet.
Now, if that didn't go through, would that have been the biggest Jets blunder of all time? I think it's
Saw the
had
1
to
minute
have
man. KFC said he wasn't going to even acknowledge it until it was official.
Yeah, no. If what it drug on for 2 months after they announced they wanted to.
The trade wasn't even. They didn't even get that boy.
I mean, they just weren't like a leverage off.
So
Neither of them really had leverage. It was kind of
they
like
basically switched first round picks this year, 15 and 13.
Yep.
And there's a pick next year that is conditional if Aaron Rodgers
play
65% of the snaps.
From a 2 to a 1.
It's a 1.
They also get They get the Jets second this year, and they swap like a 5 and a 6.
That's not nothing.
Yeah.
No, they gave a decent amount.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
They
Now,
definitely gave a decent amount.
kind of looks on paper like it's not all that much, but a second round pick and a potential first round pick is even a
sure.
second and a second is
For sure.
Or virtually having zero leverage.
yeah. Well,
And-
the player
and-
that didn't
and-
want to play for you.
And that he could easily just play this year and retire.
Yeah.
Now let's
Go
have
to
this.
Madagascar again.
Let's have this discussion. I'm sure we'll have it 9,000 times before the season starts, but the man will be 40 years old this year. The Jets are a good team. They're built well. They needed a quarterback. They got one. But he's 40 years old. And they're in a league. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, former MVP. I'm missing a couple guys, but and Justin Herbert. Yes, on and on and on.
So
Burrow?
who's the oldest quarterback besides Brady to actually win their team the Super Bowl? So we're not talking about Manning with the Broncos, and we're not talking about Brent Dilfer.
One Manning.
Elway's first year.
Elway's first year, maybe.
He won back-to-back. I'll take that. So he was, what, 37,
he was kind of a
38?
game
Second year, he was a passenger like Peyton was.
Okay.
Yeah, first year, he really won. He was probably 37, 38, probably close to that.
He went and got that one, whereas the second one was all running game and defense and all
Earl
that.
Davis. Okay.
Yeah. And
They don't happen that often where the quarterback's actually carrying the load.
So is this very similar to 08 or 09 when they went and got Favre? Because they're going all in on 2 years. Now, don't get me wrong.
I
you
think
have to go all in.
I mean, Rodgers
in this league.
Rodgers has won 2 out of the last 3 MVPs, right? So I think he's got more juice at this point than Brett Favre had at that point.
Definitely.
Yeah, but he last year you can see whether it was his fault or not with the team.
Though.
It was a big drop
You're
off.
only going to get him for a couple of years.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Well, listen. The other thing is, have we seen the Jets schedule? You want to break down the Jets schedule?
The division is murder.
Yeah. It's no lock. Home games: Washington, Falcons, Texans, Philly, Chargers, KC, Bills, Dolphins, Pats. How many wins you give me on there? Guaranteed.
Three sounded
or
easy.
maybe.
That was 8 games. I felt like
Fine.
I was at 5.
3 sounded easy. The first
Okay,
three,
yeah, first 3. It's about it.
Yeah.
Away, Dallas, Giants. That's a brutal road trip from the Jets to the Giants
Yeah,
every
it's
year.
tough.
It's a brutal road trip.
Tough.
Browns with a better quarterback. Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Broncos, Raiders. 2 gimmies, 3 gimmies, maybe.
When the Jets play at the Giants, do they get to park in the same spots they get to park at for a home game? Or do they have to park?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lakers Clippers is probably similar.
Now they get visitor spots. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but Lakers Clippers is 12 guys and 12 guys.
Wait a second. They have to have 3 locker rooms there, like the Jets and Giants have.
I'm sure, yeah.
Locker
Yeah, they
room,
have.
right?
And the
Okay.
big point of contention is when the Jets host, they cover up, which they do every game, but the Giants only notice it because when they're there, they cover up all the Super Bowl banners on the bot. Like, try to make it like so stupid that the two of them split a
Do the Jets or Giants make the Jets or Giants use the road locker room?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
They can't use their home locker room in there?
No, they use the road locker room.
That's so stupid.
Oh,
I
actually.
like that.
I get your point. No, I think it's.
Nah, they probably get to use their own locker room, I think.
How many do you think? You think there's 4? I think there might be 2.
There's got to be 3.
There's probably
Oh, there's got to be 3: a full-time visitors locker room, and a full-time Jets and Giants locker.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they. You think there's definitely 2 homes?
I mean, they don't switch
They
out.
definitely have
They
their own
can't
they don't
switch. I mean,
switch
it's
it
the
out.
NFL.
They don't
definitely
switch
have-
out
they
the
definitely
Jets,
have their own
Giants
locker
lockers.
D3. Sharing spots with a soccer team over here.
So this is according to Wikipedia, so it could be false. The home teams have locker rooms on opposite ends of the stadium with a visitor's locker room adjacent to it.
Both
4.
have. There's 2 different visitors' locker rooms.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 setups in the same stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
So
seems
you got to remember,
feasible
MetLife's
if you're-
pretty new as well.
You're building $1 billion stadium.
Yeah, you can go ahead and
They have
handle
state
that.
finals there and stuff. I think that a lot of they might be circling games in doubleheaders.
Does the state of New York have their state finals there?
No, Jersey.
Oh.
And there are
I actually went to-
there are a lot of state finals in Jersey.
Yeah.
Everybody has a state championship.
I think some
ring
of
if you
them
grew up
now
in
are at
Jersey.
Rutgers. One of the best games I ever saw was at MetLife. Was Brian Cushing against against Bosco, Don Bosco Prep. Unbelievable game.
All right, let's take 1 minute for you to answer this question.
Sure.
Okay. In where I live, there's a lot of little townships and all that, and they all have their little high schools, right? And then there are these super high schools: Bergen Catholic, Don Bosco, St. Vincent, maybe.
St. Peter's.
Peters.
Yeah. So all those are up there, but they don't play the little shit towns, do they?
No.
No.
They play,
Play each other?
They play each other.
Goes on enrollment. I'm
Okay.
nearly positive.
They just have
I live 1 mile from Bergen Catholic.
They just call it the parochial league, and it's all those Bergen, Bosco,
Privates play it. Yeah.
like St. Peter's.
Okay.
Then the other one.
what's the one that
go
Jabril- there's
based
a
on
bunch of 'em.
enrollment. So like you can't have a school with 500 kids playing a school with 5,000.
Yeah.
My understanding.
Their schools, most of them are all boys schools.
All the Catholics play.
They
all
don't have that
boys,
many
yeah.
students.
Yeah, Bergen Catholic's a boys' school.
Yeah, so is
Yes.
Bosco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian.
Kids in my hometown would go there. Like if you thought you were really good, you'd go there and try to play.
Yeah. Brian Cushing played no joke like 12 positions that night. Took a snap, caught a pass, ran the ball, returned a kick, linebacker, D line, safety. Like
So Bosco's in
Unbelievable.
Ramsey, I
Is he
think?
juicing?
Yeah, that was like
yeah.
Jabril Peppers went
he had the
there.
ridge. He had the
Ryan
ridge.
Grant.
Oh yeah, he was sauced up. But
They all have a bunch of
unbelievable
NFL
player.
guys.
Bosco's right beside my gym that I used to use. I no longer use because I'm out of shape. So Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, but more NFL news, NFL draft. Now we wake up and the roller coaster is climbing up another hill, and it's Will Levis this time. Somebody put on Reddit, somebody said Will Levis is telling everybody around him, his family and his friends, that he's going to the Panthers, so his odds absolutely plummeted. Now he is
600 or 700 to 1.
to
He
be
was
the
like
number one
He
pick.
was like 20 something to 1 like yesterday.
Bryce Young's still minus 1250.
Are the Panthers just masterfully playing this thing, or they don't know? What are we doing? Or do they say, hey, Will, we like you, and then he took that as, hey, everybody, I'm going to Carolina. I don't know what's going on here.
They might be playing games. I mean, they're also the ones that were on film at Ohio State's Pro Day, being like, "Can't wait to have you in Charlotte.
This is
Easy for you to move to Charlotte."
This is one of the crazier lead-ups to a draft I can remember, and the fact that I don't know if any of these four guys are going to be good NFL quarterbacks. Usually, you know, at least one guy is going to be good.
Kind of like draft day. There's a lot of moving and shaking. Like it's.
We knew Trevor was going to be good, a baseline good, right? But now I don't like Bryce Young. Could he be good? Yeah, but I don't think it's a slam dunk. And
He holds onto the ball too long.
Does
I
it
feel like
feel
when you watch Bama, Bryce, the ball doesn't come out quick.
yeah.
His frame's not big. He's going to take shots.
C.J. Stroud kind of freaks out when he gets pressure, but on a clean pocket, he's perfect.
Wait, there's legs that Levis might go 1 now, right? Did I see that today?
I hope so. I
Where
hope
were
he
you?
goes to
Where were you
Carolina.
for the last
was
2
making
minutes?
I was making sure. The odds have moved. I've seen it. I got you.
Give him the CS test.
Put the hat back on.
I can't
That's your
believe
thinking cap.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble processing that Will Levis might
I'll
go
start this
1.
segment over again,
Go ahead.
okay? There was a post on Reddit today that said Will Levis has been telling family and friends that he is going to Carolina. Therefore, his odds have
Yes, got it.
plummeted, and he is now he's the second favorite to go number 1.
Fair enough.
There, are you caught up?
I'm good now.
Brandon, I have a question.
Yes, what?
If Will Levis does go number 1, does it kind of remind you of the Baker draft a little bit, where Baker was nowhere to be found near the top 10, and then all of a sudden, like he was like maybe second-round prospect, and then just popped up to 1?
Baker's so weird in that I don't think Baker ever looked like a legitimate big-time pro quarterback. He won the Heisman, right? But Will Levis is the opposite in that Baker's an incredible college player with incredible college stats and incredible college accomplishments. Will Levis is a guy that looks like an NFL god and was average as hell in college. So the only really corollary to him is Josh Allen, who went 7th.
And Josh Allen, to me, he is such an outlier.
Yeah.
Like he did something in the pros that no one has really done.
This year we have 2 Josh Allens.
I mean, me and you have been on the same page for years. I think Levis stinks.
Levis and Richardson both are Josh Allen.
I actually have more faith in Richardson than I do Levis.
Richardson can't throw to guys.
Richardson, I think we've seen I've seen enough Levis to know that he sucks. I think Richardson, he's still very raw.
I have no idea what. I understand tools are tools and traits are traits, but how can you watch a Kentucky game the last 2 years and say, yeah, that's the guy that's going to lead my NFL
just
franchise.
Not
It
to
blows my
mention he
mind.
couldn't beat out Sean Clifford at Penn State.
Yeah,
I mean, he literally transferred out of Penn
absolutely
State because he couldn't beat out Clifford.
blows my mind. I don't know what they see other than that he's 6'4". He can throw a ball far.
and then Anthony Richardson, he tested out as the most athletic quarterback that's ever been in the NFL.
See, that's where
combine.
him at least I can understand a little bit. That you like
City
fall in
or
love
two.
with some of his attributes and stuff that he maybe if you can
But
polish
can he?
him up.
Hold on.
The only way I
You
can say
always
is if it's
think-
Seattle, if it's behind Gino. That's
Okay,
the only
sure,
one. That's the
maybe,
only one.
but
That's the only one, though.
this idea of a redshirt season, when you're picked 1, 2, 3, or 4,
Nobody does it
you
anymore.
really can't do it.
Yeah, you're
really
right.
can't
I
do
mean,
it. You-
Seattle's the only outlier with that pick they got from the Denver draft because they just re-upped Gino for a few years.
We've heard rumors that Seattle could be trading up for this thing. We've heard rumors that the Vikings want to trade up for Levis. Now Levis, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen Thursday night.
I'm gonna guess. I think Richardson falls a little bit. I'm not saying to like 25, but I don't think he goes. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I don't think he goes top like 4 or 5.
So,
I think he
so the
slips a
Cardinals
little
stay at 3 and go Anderson or Tyree Wilson. Is it Wilson, right?
bit. Yeah.
They go Anderson or Wilson, or do they put a quarterback in somebody's hand?
I think it could all be a big smokescreen and they just take Stroud.
The Cardinals?
Maybe. No, excuse me. I thought you meant the Texans.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
Cardinals obviously not.
Okay.
No, I think they want to trade. If there's a team that wants a quarterback, I think that's what's going to happen.
You know what though? Cardinals hate their quarterback.
I think they should, but they're too invested, unfortunately.
Yeah, the money thing's tough.
Their hands are tied.
Yeah.
This money's tied up for years.
It's a little man.
And the number 1 pick this year, his comp is absolutely Kyler Murray, is it not?
Kind of Russell Wilson a little bit too.
Yeah, I'd see more like Wilson probably. I'm actually a big believer in Bryce Young. I think he's really good.
He's just so small.
He is small, but he's great. He really is great, though. And everything I watch him at Bama, like he's in clutch moments. He does not play. He does not bat an eye.
He's got that.
The play against
that,
Texas
like,
where he got the
Even I remember me and Dan had a little back and forth about this last year, the Auburn game where they obviously didn't score all game, so
Yeah.
totally fair to knock him for the game.
99
but
yards.
when they needed one, got it and then overtime every time.
He's
bang,
got
bang,
balls
bang.
down to his ankles.
Like when they need it, he's there. I'm a believer.
Like I reiterate, my one concern is just when you watch him, he holds onto the ball forever. I mean, he literally does. It's like, and I get it. Russell Wilson used to do that same thing in Seattle, but he has a small frame. I mean, I think he's got to get it out quicker.
Don't take this as like a total like crazy comparison. He has a little like mini Mahomes in him, like that, like the scrambling and that, like where that does. He will hold on to it sometimes, but he will make some plays where he's running back and forth, and all of a sudden he just finds a receiver down the field open.
All right, mock draft very quickly. Philadelphia Eagles are a 10. Who do you want? What do you want?
I want the best O or D lineman there, or trade down for more O or D lineman.
Skoronski, perhaps?
Sounds good.
Paris Johnson,
You are a Giants fan. Where they pick?
25.
What do you want?
I want a receiver or a corner or a safety, so I want either Addison or like Quentin Johnson or Zay Flowers or cornerback at like a Brian Branch or
You like my guy?
Forbes. I do.
Yeah.
Forbes I wouldn't mind or like a what's his name? Is it Brooke? What the guys that from Maryland? Was it Brooks or no? Something like that. One of the best defensive back or receiver available.
I'm a Dolphins fan, and because the NFL is a bunch of spineless pussies, we do not have a first-round pick. Saints are what number?
29 from the Sean Payton trade. I actually think they're going to try to.
Whoa. What happened?
What, you talking about the Eagles pick?
Well, no, the Saints didn't make the playoffs. Why aren't they picking like top 10?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just glad they have a first-round pick after that stupid Eagles trade. But the Sean Payton at least got him to 29. But I think they're going to try to. They always try to trade up. Mickey Loomis has never traded back. Their D-line got totally decimated in free agency other than Cam Jordan. So I think they're going to take – the rumor is they like the Kansas dude out of Pitt, the D-tackle. I could see them getting him.
I want Quentin Johnson bad.
Just go to that mic real quick. Go to that mic and quit clapping for Ben Mintz.
Talking NFL draft.
Fucking idiot. Bucks pick at what number?
19 for now.
Who do you want?
Better need a quarterback.
Quarterback.
You trying to get up into the Levis? Or who
Not
you-
even rolling with Trask.
We were talking about the Levis
go with Trask.
7-1 thing. Do you think that's real or?
No, I mean the report came out I think on Reddit that like someone in his family said that Will Levis himself was saying that he's going to go number 1. I feel like if it was real, it would be way more juice than 7-1. Bryce Young's still like minus 1250.
If put it this way, if he doesn't go number 1, he's an all-time douchebag.
I think he kind of is.
Well, remember also it was 2018 where everyone thought it was probably going to be Josh Allen or Sam Darnold's the number 1 pick, and then and a day before the draft, it was like Actually, it's Baker Mayfield.
Oh, really? Well, we hadn't thought about that. It's okay. You weren't here.
You're just closing the book on Trask.
No, that's just two great months.
Yeah, two great minds. Ebo brought that up just a second ago. But 19, who do you want?
If I had my druthers, it'd be Levis. I don't think he's going to be there. So I like Anthony Richardson a lot.
At 19? He's not going
19, hell yeah.
You'll get to 19?
I didn't say we're going to stay at 19. I think that to get any of the quarterbacks, you're going to have to move into the top 10. Tennessee at 11 is an imminent threat. Apparently, they're potentially trading up to as high as like 2 or 3. So,
Oh man, I would love for a quarterback to still be on the board at 10.
I feel like the quarterbacks are going to start to slide. Like I don't think
I would love
there's no way we're going to see quarterback 1, 2, 3, 4.
But I mean, people are quarterback desperate, man. If they weren't quarterback desperate, I don't think we'd be talking about Will Levis or Anthony Richardson to be top 5 picks.
Yeah, I think one of them probably will be.
So Bryce Young's going 1. You think?
Yeah, that's what it's.
Who do you think's going 2?
I think they are going to pass on a quarterback.
Texans are going to pass on a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a guy that they love at 2. There's a lot of smoke for Tyree Wilson, who I bet 5-1 a couple months ago. First defensive player off the board. Him or Will Anderson, I think, is going to be the pick there. D'Amico Ryans is an Alabama guy. Will Anderson obviously went to Alabama.
You think the third pick will be the other defensive guy?
Probably.
And then fourth will be the Colts, and they'll
Colts have been attached to Levis for a while.
Yeah,
Like
all
I
the-
know
all the
Irsay's
smoke
been
now
in
is-
love with Levis. That's been talked about.
All the smoke now is Levis to the Colts.
So that gets out of the top 4, and there's still 2 quarterbacks left, Richardson and Stroud.
Yes.
Where do they go?
I also think Hooker's in play for first round. Hendon Hooker.
At 19?
I would be surprised.
25-year-old
Yeah, he is.
Hendon Hooker.
Yep. Played 6 years.
Is he older than Kyle Trask?
I'm sure, yeah.
I bet he is, right?
Well, Trask actually was.
Trask played a while, too.
Yeah, he's sat for a long time.
Trask have no like you just don't want Trask as your starter. There's just no shot.
I don't not, but like I have not seen it. He played in 1 game. He was 3 for 9. He's okay. I've seen him in preseason. He's not super mobile. Doesn't have a plus arm.
What round did they take him in though?
End of the second.
yeah.
End of the second.
Tough to
a
me
couple
to
years
like.
ago.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to throw him away. He's
I got it.
been
She should
around
burn
Tom
a
Brady
second
and getting
rounder. It's
shrapnel.
like, yeah, I know.
Okay.
I think you've seen him
Drafted
for
a
2
kick in
years
the
already.
second
Like
round.
you know what you see.
You
Yeah,
haven't.
but that's just bad to burn a second rounder.
But,
and
I mean, look what happened to Jalen Hurts, and not calling him Jalen Hurts, but it's always a chance. Look at Jordan Love. He was around for a couple of years. People kind of discounted him. Last year he showed some.
No, I'm saying more. I would say more. It's their lack of faith in him as a franchise would lead more to believe they've seen what they've seen the last 2 years in practice. They don't love it.
Now, you haven't assigned a team to Anthony Richardson. Do you foresee a slide?
I'm trying to get intel on that now. I could see him going as high as 4. I could see him sliding into the teens. I don't think he will really get past Tennessee at 11, but I think he's going to be somewhere in that range. I think a team is going to come up and get him.
You think Tennessee would take another? Like they just went
No.
Willis and then go after a Richardson
completely
again?
new regime though.
It's a good-
Completely.
And Willis was.
Totally-
I mean,
apparently-
Willis.
totally
I know
fair,
that they
but-
took him, but it was 3rd round, and
Yeah,
he couldn't throw a forward pass. So
yeah,
It's just he's such a project.
yeah. The Tennessee stuff does not make sense to me because they are not ready to win now. So why are you going to start a rookie on his rookie wage clock? Like they're nowhere close to winning. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But the Smoke Run League is they're the team, and they've been very active as far as like quarterback visits with official top 30s and things like that. And they've been doing their due diligence. Rand Carthen, the new GM, came from San Francisco, and he could want his own guy. So
All right, go pick up your box and take it to wherever it was going.
Okay.
Where was it going?
to the booth, TJ. So eventually, or Zaz's not there, but Ebo has a question.
I do have a question for Che. Any interest in Jake Hain or Rico's guy?
Whoa.
yeah, where's he going?
I've heard
my guy.
I've heard that he could be moving up draft boards.
Good.
I've seen that.
Also, he
seen
actually
that on,
he
on
did
a line.
he did great on the S2 or whatever it is.
I can play, dude. He's a fucking gamer.
Apparently Stroud now is like untouchable because he did.
He just dropped the S2 on us like a week ago.
I never even heard of it.
Nowhere.
Did they teach you that in the scouting class you took about like the S2 cognition test, or did this just spawn this year?
No, S2 has been around since I think 2015. I actually think the Saints were the first team to adopt it. And what's interesting is they won't release all the teams that use it, but there is a maximum of 2 teams per division.
Timeout. They won't release the teams that use it, but they'll release the scores of these guys to embarrass them?
Well, it's to I mean, we're talking about S2, right?
Yeah.
Because they released this. So, like, I don't know if it's necessarily to embarrass, but it's making headlines, good or bad. Bryce Young got a
It's
great
promote their
score
own
this, too.
company.
Yes.
Like, that's like Schrager was talking about on PMT.
It came from the league came from S2 then.
They're like S2 is like their own entity. They are trying to essentially promote
Yes.
by putting these scores out.
Yes.
What do you think about that, Rico?
I think we should release emails, lists, flight logs, 2023. No secrets for me.
Documentaries?
Fair enough. The hat's a new thing.
What about hoaxes?
I'll explain the hat later.
What's up?
What about hoaxes? Should people have to admit that?
Guys, the hat is
Out there.
when the hat goes off, you can't really ask about the
Yeah,
things
no.
that were said when the hat was on.
Only when the hat's on.
I will have a top 10 NFL draft props blog. Last year went 9-1 in the first round. I do not have as much intel yet. I am trying to get it by the minute. So,
The trading up is going to be tough to account for in this one.
I mean, any year is going to be
Yeah.
tough to account.
But I mean, just the quarterback thing this year, it's even like,
Of
I don't know.
Of course, Thursday night, Stephen Shea will be part of the Barstool NFL Draft Show,
Might try and do Bosco on one, too, right, with the props?
hosted by me. It'll be me, Roan, Stephen Shea, and a new man on the desk, Will Compton, this year. So we'll have him. We'll have Frank
What does he know about the NFL?
on the pianos. What does he know about anything, Rico?
Oh,
We'll have Frank on the piano. We'll have Frank on with the hats. We'll have Nick Turaney in the War Room, I believe. He'll be doing interviews in the War Room. I don't know how we're going to set that up, but we're going to have a lot of things going on the Barstool NFL Draft Show this Thursday night whenever the draft starts, I guess 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, all right, you can go because I'm going to turn to baseball now, and I'm going to let Smitty have the floor if he wants it. I feel like he's the biggest baseball guy in here.
Well, I think we're all pretty big baseball guys.
All big
Besides you.
baseball guys.
Wouldn't say I'm the biggest.
I got home.
Besides you post 1993.
I went 3-4. No, I lost 3 out of 4 to the Padres on my MLB The Show franchise last night. I'm now 5-5 through 10 games. The Padres just wore me out, man. That lineup I couldn't pitch to it. They just killed.
I'll tell you what, the Philadelphia Sack Rabbits had a good game behind Dontrell Willis.
D-Train.
Ronald Acuna went 0 and he had an 0 for 38 stretch.
That sounds like a you issue.
No, because every other player was hitting okay.
You're the Braves?
There you go. Attaboy.
Well, you could have traded for fucking Acuna. I don't know.
I'm going to say some team names that might be off to surprising starts based on their names. And you tell me if it's going to stick.
The Pirates.
This was a segment on hot ice. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
Listen, we need more eyeballs.
Hey, the Pirates are 16-7 right now. They're first in the AL Central.
Why would you accuse? If you're going to talk about baseball, yeah, it would. The Pirates
All
are definitely
good.
going to be one.
How many overachievers do you have? 6?
I have 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How many underachievers do you have?
None.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
All right.
This is an overachieving segment.
All right,
I'm
sure.
out. My apologies.
Let's see it. Can I guess them?
Guess them.
All right. A nut punch for everyone I get right.
Guess them.
The Pirates.
Yes.
The D-backs.
Yes.
The Rangers.
Yes.
The Cubs.
No.
Oh, they probably should be one of them.
Orioles.
Yes.
And the Marlins.
No.
Interesting.
Who's
Did I get all 5?
No.
At 4.
Oh, who am I missing?
The biggest overachiever, you're not looking at them as an overachiever, but they are overachieving right now because of what they're achieving.
Rays.
Rays at 20 and
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Like how sustainable? Their number. How sustainable is that?
It's not, but
It's not, but it's sustainable to be like first place. Like they
so
can be a little worse, but still be great.
I think they will still be worse than the Yankees were after 100 games last year, which was incredible.
Yeah.
Wait,
They'll
what?
still be good. Well, the Yankees were like
The Yankees
80 and
we were on an
20.
insane tear. Like we kind of did the same thing where
Right.
we were bad, but we just had such a lead. We
Yeah.
were to hold on.
So the Rays are 23. The Orioles are 15 and 7. The Yankees, for example, are 13 and 10. They're
He's
7
16 and
games
6.
back, which is insane. But the Orioles are 15 and 7. This is a young team that some people, Clemmer sat here and said he thinks they're going to regress a little bit. They're not regressing. They're just young and good.
Yep. Get on base.
Yeah. Ebo, who were the ones saying that preseason?
That would be Smitty
And
and Ebo.
yes.
The Rays never lose.
Yeah, the Rays
I'm
never
starting
lose.
to go Frank the Tank in here.
And look, the Orioles will come back down to earth a little bit, but they'll be in the race until the end.
We think the Rangers are a little spunky.
A wild
I
card.
think they're good.
And we're rooting for our guys out west in the Diamondbacks.
And the Rangers as we said on Hit Parade earlier,
It's
Bruce Bochy.
called Hot Ice.
Bruce Bochy being their manager is so undervalued.
Yep.
They will be there.
14-8, and then the Pirates are 16-7. Like the Pirates are.
Look, and they probably. I mean, they won't make the playoffs, but they're going to cruise past it over, and they're going to make things interesting.
Well,
especially
tonight's
once-
a big night for them early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
They've been playing bad teams, right? But now they get the Dodgers at home.
Like they have Mitch Keller, who's pitching like lights out. Vinny Velasquez is not a winning pitcher. When it's all said and done, he's winning right now. Their pitching staff's going to come back down to earth, but they got some good young talent that fights. Brian Reynolds, if they might not trade him now midseason.
They just signed him long term.
Oh, they just signed him.
They just gave like $108 million, like
That's a fucking steal for him.
6-7 years.
That's a
That's
steal.
the first time they've given anybody $108 million in a long.
So clutch.
Literally
And-
like right before the show started.
And a very underrated point to them excelling right now is Andrew McCutchen being back in the clubhouse. Not necessarily as a player, which he's doing well this year, but just as like an attitude, just bringing back that
and
feeling.
fans coming
Yeah,
out.
the feeling to the city.
And O'Neal Cruz has been out, right?
He's been out. Yeah.
He'll be back though in like August. I wanna
Yeah.
say he's not out for the whole year. You know who might be bad, Brandon? On the flip side, the Cardinals.
Oh yeah,
I'm still like holding on just because he has such an affinity for the Cardinals, but it might just be one of those years where they just have a bad year.
And
I
Brandon,
don't know how old I was the last time they had a bad year.
I know
well,
that's the
but
thing.
yes,
They always close so strong too.
you are the oldest person here. What do you think about them
By a lot.
losing? Yeah, by a lot. What do you think about them losing Wainwright, Pujols, and even more importantly Molina off that team, the veteran leadership, with a manager that's still he's younger than I think all of us here besides F.
How old is he?
He's like 34,
Oh,
35.
God. Yeah, that is.
And he's butting heads with Tyler O'Neill this year.
But you
who's
know,
a
I
good
guess
player.
the Cardinals, their leadership and their maturity and the way they run their organization has been like an understood thing for decades. Decades. Now is it finally gonna? With the loss of those three guys, and I don't know if I include Pujols in that. But he was there for a year.
Yeah, but I mean, just still veteran leadership, respect. Especially Molina,
yeah,
just being the rock there for 20 years.
he a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
Every Cardinals fan will hit you if you say he's not.
I think he should be.
I think he should be.
Average hitter, right?
Yeah, but
Catcher?
I think catching is one of the most
I-
underrated, most difficult positions.
Like a staple player on like multiple championship teams.
Yeah. The D-backs lead the NL West right now. I don't know if anybody had that on their bingo card, but the Padres are just average again, or at least have an average record. The Dodgers haven't gotten it going yet.
Padres' definition of meh.
I assume
Sox are-
both of those teams will at least get it going to some degree, but maybe the D-backs. I mean, they're only 13-11. It's not like the D-backs are off to a really great start, but I think the Orioles have staying power. I think the Rays will obviously have staying power, and the Rangers look interesting.
I think they're good.
Won the last 5 starts for DeGrom, even when we thought DeGrom was going to go out. Yeah, the Rangers are kind of building something.
Bruce Bochy, best manager of this generation.
I think they could be in first
Yeah,
place
too.
when
they really beefed up that lineup.
when DeGrom gets hurt in June.
Yeah, plus it's so they're AL West, so it's Astros,
They got the Astros behind them, yeah.
Mariners,
A's.
Angels.
They don't have bad arms behind
What's the
DeGrom
fifth?
either.
It's
They got a
A's.
Baldy, they got a
Oh,
Gray.
that's- forget it.
All right, Smitty, since you're sitting in the leadoff chair today, give me your ridiculous card.
Thank you very much, Brandon Walker. It's not that ridiculous. Twins, Yankees under 6. It's or under 7. It's 6.5 right now. White Sox plus 1.5. Phillies a dog at home. Karl Anthony Towns going up against Jokic. He might put a 50 burger up even though they lose. And bet of the day, Mike Clevenger over 3.5 Ks.
Big of?
Yeah, I'm on the Dodgers money line. I think they get back on track. Pirates, they got to regress at some point. I'm on the Mariners. My guy Logan Gilbert on the mound, and the Whites taking a stab at the White Sox plus 175. I'll tweet out basketball plays later on. Still in the lab.
I do think regression could be coming for the Pirates, but not today. I think they're gonna. This is a big early game for them to prove. Okay, we actually are pretty good, and they're really coming to the park with something in mind. I think regression's coming. I just think today is a decent bet on them. I like the Islanders too. I want to dip my toe in hockey a little bit. The Leafs were down 4-2 in the third yesterday and came back. The Leafs.
It was 4-1 at one point.
4-1.
Yeah, or was it 4-1 in the third?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was
4-2.
4-1 in the third.
Oh, it's 4-1 in the third.
4-1
Excuse
in
me.
the third.
They
Yeah.
were 4-1 in the third, came back and won in overtime. That's a team. It could be Leafs Bruins in the second round. The Rangers are now in a fucking dogfight. They were up 2-0, so we'll see. And I like
another episode of the Borellis on reality TV, so I'm rooting for the.
all three of the NBA games are big spreads today, so I just picked the one I think would stay close. That's Clippers keeping it close with the Suns. Go.
I'll take the Astros as a dog. When else do you get the Astros as a dog? I'll take the Mariners against the Phillies. I don't like Falter on the mound, and the hit parade is plus 180.
I did bring a couple, even though I know I didn't send them in. I got the Bruins by 1.5 goals, plus 114 to close out that series tonight. I'm on the Islanders with Brandon, and I think the Nuggets by 10. Even though it's 10, they're going to close out the T-Wolves. I think that's going to be pretty easy.
All right, so there you go. The music will play in 30 seconds. What do you want to talk about for 30 seconds, Rico? Anything that the Red Hat wants to say?
Nah. It's just, I thought it was a good show. It's loaded.
Can't force the Red Hat.
Sports are bumping right now.
Good to see y'all.
See, the first round of the NBA playoffs has made this an incredible sports time.
Yeah.
Having great first round hockey and basketball is rare. Usually it's just hockey,
The rare
amazing,
7-game series that's good in basketball.
Oh, we got to talk about
especially first rounders. They usually
It's just amazing. You let people play sports, go outside, not try to shut them in for a certain period of time, and what that does to everyone's physical and mental well-being. Get outside.
What do you think about the state of women's sports right now?
now? It's great. Fine with me.
Is
The
it?
more sports, the better.
I'm not sure the Red Hat should have answered that way. Anyway, Dak is up next.